Hello, 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 all of my beautiful air signs. How you doing? It is your girl Tracy with Ascension 225, a Tarot and Oracle. And we are here we're gonna, kind of be nosy and tap into what's happening in your love life, air signs. What's happening? I'm in Atlanta right now, and we are expecting this snowstorm or this ice storm, zombie apocalypse in the next few hours. It looks so clear outside, like nothing's about to happen. I don't know if this is the calm before the storm, but it is damn cold outside, I can tell you that. So if you are in the path of this ice storm, make sure you have all your provisions. Stay warm. All of us need to collectively pray that none of us loses electricity, because we all need to stay warm and well. Okay, so let's all pray for one another, and pray that the Creator gives us everything that we need in order to endure this possible ice storm. Okay, you guys? So I want to start off this love reading. This is love / career, finance, air signs, and we're going to start off by first wishing our Aquarians a happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. All right, my fellow air signs, happy birthday to you, Aquarians. I hope that this next rotation around the sun brings you so much abundance, happiness, joy, contentment, good health, and wellness. That's my hope for you, Aquarians. I love you guys, and because we are in the same family. All right, you guys. So happy birthday, Aquarius. All right. So we're going to start off the reading. I've already pre-shuffled some of the oracle cards here. And then we're going to get off into, I've got two different tarot decks. I'm going to draw your energy, Aquarius, and then your person's energy, and see where you guys meet in between and all that other good stuff. And I will pull a few cards for the singles as well. So if you're a single Aquarius, you don't care about love, if you're not already in a connection, then I'll have it timestamped where you can skip over to the singles, all right, and or the finance and career. Okay, all right, you guys. I hope you're doing well, abundantly blessed. My Aquarius, my Geminis, and my Libras, okay? I know it normally is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but we're going to start off, because it is your birthday, we're going to start off with you, Aquarius, okay? So, find a nice cozy space where you can relax, relate, and receive, okay? Don't force the messages. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit, all right? If it resonates with your soul, or it looks like somebody's been reading your diary or your journal, then you're on the right track, right? Okay. So this is for our sun, moon, rising, and Venus Aquarians. If you have it anywhere in your chart, though, you also may be able to pick up some nuggets in this reading in the matters of love, career, finance. Okay, you guys? All right. So, and before I get started, give me some of that reciprocal energy, my fellow air signs, and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I don't know if sometimes the comments are on, sometimes they're not. If the comments are on, then leave me a comment. If not, just like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys very, very much, Aquarius. All right, so we're going to start over here, and we're going to start with, like I said, the folks who are already in a relationship. I guess I need a piece of paper. Hold on for a second. A piece of paper so I can write stuff down. All right, I got it. Pen. All right, so I can make sure to timestamp for everybody. Hope everybody's doing well and you're abundantly blessed, like I said. Just happy just because you're alive and breathing, you know what I mean? The alternative, wow. Anyway, so Aquarius, what's happening in that heart space of yours with your connection to another? Okay, well, we're going to start off with the T. What's the T happening with our Aquarians? I've got hookup in reverse. So maybe someone no longer wants to hook up. Maybe this is a person who was hooking up with multiple people. A hoe out in them streets, right? Maybe somebody was just hooking up with, random people or multiple people. Maybe they have, they want to hang up their play a card and no longer hook up. Or if you're in a one-on-one relationship, maybe you are no longer hooking up with each other. This could be considered a karmic relationship, and a karmic relationship is just that. A relationship or connection where you are, learning a karmic lesson, finishing up some karma, maybe from a past life, that kind of stuff. So, a lot of karmic relationships are not meant to last forever. They're just meant to last the season that you're together, so that hopefully these karmic lessons can be learned, okay, or taught. So there you go. Text messages. Somebody might want to text the other, but these messages are unsent. So somebody starts to type them out, but they just don't hit the send button. I've got passion in reverse. All right, Aquarius, somebody has lost that loving feeling. Maybe you both have. I don't know. All right, there's no longer any passion here. And it says grave, no second chances. So maybe something has died and it can't be resuscitated. You know what I mean? And maybe this does mean that there will not be any second chances in this scenario. And the card that was in the crossing, which in my readings is very, very strong energy, or very, very strong energy. Spirit really wants to make a point here. I've got what does it say? Grass is greener possibilities. Okay, this could be, maybe that's why somebody was a player from the Himalayas, always thinking that the grass is or was greener on the other side. But in my best Kevin Hart voice, you're gonna learn today, right? Or somewhere in the next 30 days, because this is what, the range that I'm reading for. Somebody's gonna learn that, what glitters is not always gold. And sometimes the greenest pasture is the pasture that you're already in, that you're already tending to, nurturing, hopefully. But somebody evidently thinks the grass is greener on the other side. A lot of people think that way, unfortunately. So that could be why that there are no second chances here. Maybe somebody got caught dibbing and dabbing. All right, dibbing and dabbing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway, let me mind my business. Okay, so what's up in these cards over here? These are the relationship cards. This could be a twin flame reunion, and we already saw that card where, let me see, karmic lessons, right? And karmic relationships, to me, the twin flame relationships are karmic relationships. Some people may not agree with me, but most twin flame relationships are very tumultuous, right? Love, hate, passion, discord, everything in between. Maybe because there are karmic lessons that need to be learned in these twin flame connections. A lot of twin flame connections do not last. All right. Honest communication. maybe some honest communication needs to be had. Or if somebody got caught busted dibbing and dabbing, then maybe they weren't honestly communicating. You know what I mean? Maybe they were not being real. All right. And then I've got another reference to soulmate energy. All right. This is past life. Past life, working out these karmic situations that need to be worked out in this lifetime. Thank you, Spirit. In this lifetime. And the cards in the crossing is somebody, it's time to just take a break. Just take a break. Maybe a hiatus. Maybe you need a separation, or maybe there is a separation. All right? I don't know, but maybe a retreat is very much needed here for both. Okay? Or maybe somebody has retreated their energy. Okay? And then I've got physical connection in the crossing. Somebody was out here, you know, hooking up, and now they want to hang up their player card, right? And no longer do the hooking up with random people, multiple people. Okay? With, maybe this affected your physical connection with your main one. I don't know. Or maybe this is just retreat from these physical connections. All right? Stop. Take a break. Chill out. All right? What you're doing, where you're going is not the right direction. Okay. All right, Spirit. So what are some of the epiphanies that our Aquariuses need to have, will have, should be having now and over the next 30 days about whatever this situation is? Hidden desires. Somebody has or had hidden desires. Maybe that's why they weren't communicating effectively or honestly. Maybe that's why they're dibbing and dabbing on the side. Okay? Because of their hidden desires. Hidden intentions. Yeah. Oh, it's just complicated. It's just complicated. Don't you understand? That's why I did it. Sure. And, oh yeah, baby, earning back trust. Somebody will have to start from the bottom of these stairs to earn the other person's trust ever again. Remember, where's that card at? Where is that? Somebody wants to text message or communicate, but is too afraid to send the message. They're leaving the message unsent. There are no second chances, according to somebody in this situation. This is a dead situation because somebody would have to start at the very freaking bottom of these stairs to regain the other person's trust because they done fucked up. Okay? I'm just saying. All right, Spirit. Damn. All right, so show us some more love cards. I've got Secret Admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Secret Admirer. Maybe somebody in this relationship or this connection had deeper relationships and different expectations of where this was going to go, while the other person had hidden intentions. It's complicated. Hidden intentions and hidden desires. That's really, you guys weren't really on the same sheet of music. One person non-committal, one person committal. What do we have here? Have patience. Have patience. Somebody's not sure about this. Somebody's not sure about this. And then somebody wants something to grow closer, or you are growing closer, Alright, so we're going to wait to do the career cards at the end. So now we're going to tap into the tarot, Aquarius, to see how each party feels about each other. Alright? Alright, Holy Spirit. this is Aquarius. How does Aquarius feel about their connection, their love connection, the person that they are in a love relationship or connection with? What else can you tell us? We've already seen some of the cards on the table. So what else can you tell us, please, and thank you? All right, Aquarius, and the hidden energy for you, there you are, representing yourself, the star. This is about unwavering faith, knowing that with this unwavering faith that blessings are going to come from this situation. You have a lot of hope and a lot of faith, so okay. So how, Holy Spirit, I want to give you, can you please show me a few cards on how Aquarius views their person? I've got Strength, Three of Cups, Page of Swords, and the Tower. All right. Interesting. What does Aquarius feel like some of the challenges are in the relationship? All right. So how you view your person, you see them as this very strong person who stands upright, confident, determined. Could be a Leo. Okay. The other half of you is a Leo. So, but somebody that you find happiness in, somebody that you work together well with, somebody who is your support system, somebody who you want to share the most important parts of life with this Three of Cups, right? Page of Swords, maybe somebody you can tell your secrets to, somebody that you can talk to, share ideas with. But I've got a Tower here at the end of this. This is Scorpio energy. The Tower is, it could be something falling apart. It could be, chaos. Maybe some revelations that are happening in the connection. Okay. Some sort of chaos, maybe some sort of change, some sort of revelation happening here. Maybe that's what you need to talk about. So what are some of the challenges? Maybe, getting to the next step. The Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy. Maybe getting to the next step. Maybe having your resolve tested in this situation. You know what I mean? Maybe having challenges, figuring out your destiny. King of Swords, here you are again, Aquarius. Speaking your truth. Making clear, decisive decisions. Maybe that's what you need to do now and over the next 30 days, is use this Ace of Swords in order to gain clarity about this situation. Yeah, because I've got a Knight of Wands. Like, this really, I'm hearing different things right now, and I think you need to be able to use clarity in order to make a decision about this whole situation that you're in. And then I've got a Knight of Wands. I mean, so this, whatever clarity you come up with is going to determine whether you become a free agent or not with this Knight of Wands, right? The Knight of Wands is free free to explore, free to be adventurous on their own, solo dolo. Okay. Another meaning is maybe you're going to find out or get the clarity about this person who is a fuck boy or a fuck girl, because the Knight of Wands also represents that playboy, playgirl type of energy. Okay. Let's get to the next deck. Your person's deck. All right, Holy Spirit. Now we're going to look at Aquarius's person. What can you tell us how their person feels about Aquarius? How does Aquarius's person feel about them? Please show us what needs to be seen, heard, felt, and understood. Cut the cards. All right, this is for Aquarius's person, Holy Spirit. We've got justice at the bottom. Maybe your person is looking for some justice in this situation, some fairness, or maybe you are. The scales need to be balanced, right, with this Libra energy. All right, Holy Spirit. So, show me 4 cards and how Aquarius's person feels about them. We've got the Sun, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and we've got the Hierophant. And how does Aquarius's person, what do they think some of the challenges are in this connection, Holy Spirit? I've got the 5 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups. All right, thank you. Okay, so how your person feels about you, Aquarius, is they see you as their happy place, right? The person that brings them joy, happiness. You got the Sun, you got that Leo energy real strong here. You've got the Sun and the Strength card. And then I've got the 10 of Pentacles laying on top of your 3 of Cups. They see you as being very prosperous, very abundant in many, many ways. Somebody who wants to build a family legacy, right? Yeah. And then I've got the 5 of Cups on top of the Page of Swords. 5 of Pentacles is maybe a feeling of loss, right? A feeling, maybe somebody's worried about something. This could be about somebody feeling disappointed. That lady right there looks like she's carrying a baby and she looks kind of lost, right? This is also the card of feeling unsupported by the people that you need the support from, right? The people that you love, the people that you care about, but you feel, or they feel, unsupported maybe by you, Aquarius. Maybe that's what you need to have a conversation about, right? Yeah. Somebody is worried about or feels unsupported about something here. Maybe it's about the, I don't know. Maybe there's been a loss of money. Then we've got the Hierophant. They see, we've got the Hierophant here on top of the Tower card. This is Taurus energy and this is Scorpio energy, and they're opposites of one another. You know what I mean? The Hierophant, this is your core values. This could be your religious upbringing. This could be the traditions that you and values that you learned growing up that you still stand on today. Those, like I said, those core value systems. Or this could be, maybe that's what they find attractive about you, is that you really stand on, those traditions and beliefs, some of it could even be doctrine. They see you as a wise person. The Hierophant is also a wise, learned person. But maybe one person standing on core values, family traditions, or traditional perspectives and thoughts. Maybe this, whatever is happening in this situation, is creating this tower, this chaos, this feeling of this is not on a firm foundation. Whatever this is not on a firm foundation, or it does not align with those core values and belief systems that maybe one person has in the connection, if that makes any sense. Challenges: 5 of Cups, disappointment, loss, sadness. Somebody is sad that they spilled 3 cups, and they're maybe so focused on what they lost or what they didn't go towards, or maybe somebody made this choice instead of that choice, and now they regret it. This is a feeling of regret, but there's still an opportunity. There's still 2 full cups back here that somebody could capitalize on. So maybe that's why this Wheel of Fortune, maybe that's why it may be affecting the fate and destiny of this connection, because of this loss or somebody spilling 3 cups. And the 3 cups could also represent a third party situation, maybe another individual, especially if this person may have been hooking up with random people. There would always be a third person in that scenario, right? And that could definitely affect the way this wheel turns. Wow. 4 of Pentacles. Maybe, somebody doesn't want to let go. Maybe, this could be somebody not wanting to let go. Somebody being controlling. Somebody not being serious about the foundation and security of the relationship. Those traditional values. Having a strong foundation. Looking towards the future. The fours are all about safety, security, and stability. And that's on the King of Swords. Clarity. Getting that clarity. All right. Getting that clarity. And lastly, we've got the 8 of Cups. I feel like your person feels like you will end up walking away from this situation, Aquarius, or flip the script, whoever it is, somebody's going to be walking away. You remember how we saw the 2 of Cups and the 2 of Cups back here? Somebody's going to be walking away from something that they put a lot of emotional investment in, this connection, and walk away and go towards this 2 of Cups situation. A new opportunity. And this is on top of the Knight of Wands. Whether this clarity is going to allow you to roam freely and have your own adventures solo dolo, right? Once you find out what is really going on, what these hidden desires and hidden intentions are or were. You know what I mean? Okay, so that is interesting. All right, so I'm just trying to see if I had any other cards that I wanted to pull. I just turned my head and I looked at one of these romance cards, and what was staring me in the face is somebody wearing a disguise. Somebody had hidden intentions, hidden desires, wearing a mask, not being authentic here. Somebody hooking up on the side with other people. This person, man. Anyway, that's all I got for couples, Aquarius. So, yeah. All right, it is time for our Aquarius singles. All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single men, all the single men, come to the front of the class, okay? What is Spirit wanting you to know, Aquarius singles, now and over the next 30 days? We're about to find out. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Give me that reciprocal energy. I really greatly appreciate that. And find a nice cozy spot because we're about to get into it. All right, so Aquarius singles who are single, and some of you may be ready to mingle, some of you may not, and that's okay, because time alone is priceless. Okay. All right, so what is some of the tea with our Aquarians, Holy Spirit? Some of you might be dealing with, toxicity, toxic people, places, or things. It could be an addiction. This is a wine glass. Maybe somebody's dealing with an addiction to maybe alcohol or something else, another life-altering substance or mind-altering substance. So toxicity. And then I've got sunglasses. Somebody's watching. Somebody's spying. Somebody's watching from afar. Interesting. Ooh. I've got lies in reverse. Maybe somebody got caught in a lie, right? Maybe somebody no longer wants to lie. Somebody no longer wants to keep these secrets. Okay. Somebody's doing a lot of partying. All right, mingling, partying, hooking up, meeting people. Somebody wants to have a coffee date, meet up. Maybe, maybe you're hooking up with different people, because you're single and you can, meeting people for coffee dates. Okay? Just to get an idea of what type of, personality and all that other stuff. Okay? So what are some of the epiphanies or, epiphanies or eye-opening things will our Aquarian singles encounter over the next 30 days? I've got something is too much to think about right now, which could go along with this card that I see at the bottom of the deck, and it's isolation, time alone. I need time alone to think, maybe. Aquarians, you're an air sign like me. I'm a Gemini, and we're always in our heads, right? So maybe you need time to think alone to think about some things, right? Maybe about the future, planning for the future. Okay? And in the crossing cards are a very strong energy. And I've got deliver me from temptation. So maybe some of you guys are being tempted by all these shiny, sparkly things out there, people, places, or things, right? Some people, you look at all these reality shows, everybody wants the money, the fame, the fortune, the Ferrari, right? Or maybe this is just temptation in hooking up with others. And it's so funny because I just did the Aquarius couples reading, and there was the same type of energy. One person in the relationship standing on those traditions and those values of what a relationship should be, and the other person out there hooking up and being tempted and falling for temptation. Okay? Celestial wisdom. Yes, find balance. Find balance, Aquarian singles. Find balance. And enjoy your freedom. When people are single, they're always wanting to be in a relationship. Oh, I want to be in a relationship. I want to be married. But there is such a beauty in being single, not having to compromise, just really fully investing and taking care of yourself and loving on yourself and learning new things about yourself, right? That's the beauty of and allowing Spirit to guide us, right? That's the beauty of being single. When you're in a coupledom, you always have to consider the other person's feelings. You always have to compromise, and some of us give more and receive less, right? So it's, you know, there are pros and cons to being single as well as being in a relationship, okay? Enjoy your freedom. There's so much to learn about yourself and what you love and what you don't love and what you want and what you don't want. All right, so let's just pull a few cards for you. All right, Aquarian singles. Holy Spirit, show us a few cards. We've already seen some of the energy already for the Aquarians out there who are single and unattached and enjoying life and loving their alone time, their, you know, time for loving on themselves. All right, so what else do you want our Aquarius singles to know now and over the next 30 days? I've got 9 of Wands. Some of you are just, you know, focused on work, being determined to, you know, reach your goals, you know, but don't tire yourself out. Don't burn yourself out, okay? Make sure that you're loving on yourself and nurturing yourself and practicing self-care along the way. Okay, you will get there, all right? But you want to be healthy when you do get there, right? All right, so what else do you have for Aquarius singles? I've got the Tower. Got Justice. Wow. 6 of Wands. And I've got the 2 of Swords. What are some of the challenges for Aquarius singles? 2 of Wands. The 10 of Pentacles. Okay. And one more. The Sun. All right, I love it. Okay. So we've got this Tower energy. The couples reading got the Tower energy as one of the last cards, and you're getting it at the beginning of yours. Change. All right. This is about change. This is about freedom. Didn't we just see the Freedom card? Yes, we did. This is about freedom. This is about breaking down, breaking out of whatever box you have yourself in. Possibly. All right. This is about change. All right. And, this is all about having revelations, having freedom, awakenings, overcoming obstacles, all that stuff. Yeah, we saw this before. Justice, finding balance, fairness. This could even be a legal situation, but I'm just saying this Libra energy is all about balance, equality, fairness, and a successful, when you have that leads the road to having a successful and victorious type of situation, right? Some of you may be conflicted about something, maybe need to make up your mind about something. Maybe you have to make a choice about something that you're not sure about right now. And that could also be creating this Tower energy, maybe. And some of the challenges, 2 of Wands, making a decision and choosing a direction, choosing a path. Which way do you want to go? This way or that way? You want to go towards whatever is going to be prosperous for you, whatever you can build on, whatever you can find success at, whatever you can build a family legacy. This is a happy couple and their kids and the grandparents and the dog. This is all about happy family legacies, traditions. Yeah. Abundance and blessings. The Sun, the happiest card in the whole deck. Going towards the Sun, going towards happiness, joy, contentment, fertility, creation, creativity, all that. building a family. Okay, now we saw the Nine of Wands. Just work hard, play hard, but make sure that you're balanced in that, and make sure that you're caring and nurturing for yourself. Go towards the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, make a choice and go towards the Two of Cups, the person who brings equal love and passion and creativity towards you. The Two of Cups is, to me, is a healing love connection. Yeah, yes, look, Ace of Cups. First of all, like I said, this is you loving on yourself. I always tell people and my clients that the Ace of Cups, first and foremost, means loving on yourself and nurturing yourself and filling your own cup up. That's important. You have to show up with a full cup. In the Two of Cups, each person shows up with a full, healthy cup of love, right? So they can have this Three of Cups, this wonderful life that they both envision together, right? Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, new passion. You might be, find a new passionate partner. Okay. All right. So, but just stay balanced. Don't fall for temptation. Okay. And one of the other cards that I have at the bottom of the deck is, and this showed up in the partners reading too, is the hookup card. All right, somebody might be hooking up with this person and that person because of temptation, right? Use discernment, all right? Use discernment. You're thinking about your future, okay? And prosperity and happiness, family legacy, not just hooking up. All right. Thank you so much, Aquarius Singles. All right, and the last part of the reading, I've got a few oracle messages about your career, finances, so let's see what Spirit has to say, or the advice Spirit has for you. All right, Aquarius. I've got fruits of labor. All right. Maybe you're waiting to see if whatever you've worked so hard on, you're waiting to see if the fruits of your labor are going to come to fruition, right? Like that Three of Wands, put in all that hard work and see if your ships come in. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. Yeah, independence. Be independent. Okay, be independent. Something may be coming to an end, or there may be some endings here. Aquarius, maybe an ending of a career or a job, partnership of some type. And I've got, some of you are not doing the spiritual work. Some of you need to do the spiritual work. Some of you need to go beneath the surface and connect with Spirit and really do the spiritual work that needs to be done. Maybe go into a temporary time of just isolation, just you and Spirit, time alone, so that you can find out what needs to be done in order to get to the next level. All right. Some of you might have applied for a loan. It may get denied. And it could be a loan to start your own business, entrepreneur. If that's the case, keep trying. No means next, right? And then I've got, work hard, play harder, find balance. And some of these, especially the singles, they were, being workaholics and, not finding that balance. This is making sure that you have that balance, okay? Somebody needs investors to get ahead. Yeah, especially if you're an entrepreneur, especially if you just got a loan denied. I mean, maybe some of you can't start this business without, having investors, okay? And then I've got financial rewards, gifts, options. Maybe you will be getting these in order to, help you out. All right. So I wish you all well. I wish you all well, Aquarius. Let me give you a universal message. A universal message for love, career, finance. Can I have the most important universal message for all of these categories for our Aquarius Holy Spirit now and over the next 30 days? All right, this one came out first. It says, choice is the most powerful tool that you have. Every choice that you make shuts some doors, but also opens several other doors, bringing new experiences into your life, Aquarius. At any time, you can change the direction of your life. You are only one choice away. And that applies to any of those areas of your life. All right? All right. Stay warm, you guys. Sending you lots of love and support all the way from the ATL. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, guys. Take care until the next time. And happy birthday again, Aquarius.